Here's a picture of Triple H holding a shovel. For years now, this has been one of the key memes of the internet wrestling community. And why? Because Triple H don't likes to lose. Whether it's over CM Punk or Booker T or even Sting at this year's WrestleMania, Triple H has often halted superstars' momentum by refusing to lose. And this is called burying, and it's one of the most natural and wonderful things in the world. Oh, no, wait, that's childbirth. But sometimes, Trips does what's best for business and lays down. Clean, no shenanigans, no excuses. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and here are 10 times Triple H lost clean. Number 10, versus The Rock on Raw. In 1996, Triple H took part in The Curtain Call, aka the Madison Square Garden incident. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash were set to leave the company the next night, and each man wrestled their final match at Madison Square Garden. Hall faced Triple H, Nash faced Shawn Michaels. All four men were super Bezzy best BBF friends, and at the end of the night, celebrated with a hug. Despite Triple H and Nash being heels, it broke kayfabe in a huge way, especially when it transpired that a fan had recorded the whole thing. Punishments had to be handed out. Hall and Nash were gone, so not them. HBK was WWF champion, so not him. That leaves this guy. Amongst the punishments, Triple H losing his Intercontinental Championship months later to Rocky Maivia on Raw, clean as a whistle. Number 9, versus The Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 12. In 1996, The Ultimate Warrior returned to the WWF after being released by the company not once, but twice. At WrestleMania 12, he featured in a squash match, crushing his challenger in mere minutes. The unlucky sod being fed to him was none other than Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Looking back, it seems ridiculous to think of Triple H being squashed, but the spirit of the Warrior is strong. Not only did Triple H get buried, but the pedigree did too. Look at Warrior no-selling it here. Ouch. Number 8, versus Goldberg at Unforgiven 2003. Goldberg had debuted in the WWE the night after WrestleMania 19, and after rolling over The Rock and Y2J, Steve Austin's demented younger brother charged into the elimination match at SummerSlam with a full head of steam. Everyone thought he was going over Triple H and that he was going to win the World Heavyweight Championship, and although he annihilated everyone else in the match, a sledgehammer to the head put paid to those plans. Pretty much everyone called BS on that, however, and amidst a backlash at the next pay-per-view, Triple H laid down for Goldberg's jackhammer, despite Triple H attempting a mountain of shenanigans. A month too late, but he laid down. Number 7, versus The Undertaker at 3 different WrestleManias. Even though The Undertaker racked up 21 straight victories at WrestleMania, he only beat 18 different men. Chalk up a lot of that to Triple H, who had 3 chances at the dead man and lost clean each and every time. He was pinned after a last ride at WrestleMania X7, was submitted via a Hell's Gate at WrestleMania 27, and was pinned after a tombstone at WrestleMania 28. It's a hat-trick of clean losses for the Cerebral Assassin. Number 6, versus Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam 2002. In 2002, HBK wanted to prove that he could still hang. After featuring on WWE TV as the commissioner and as part of the lackluster NWO revival, he wanted an unsanctioned match at SummerSlam against Triple H to see if he still had it. He did. He really did. The ending of the match came when HBK rolled through a pedigree to pick up the 1-2-3. Sure, Triple H wrecked Michaels' business after the match with a sledgehammer, but the truth of the matter is, Triple H didn't have to, but he gave his buddy a win. Number 5, versus Batista, Vengeance 2005. Another hat-trick of losses here, all to put over the animal Batista as a dominant force in WWE. Batista beat Triple H clean at WrestleMania 21, then Triple H ate another loss to him at Backlash, and perhaps the most notable of all the losses was at Vengeance, Triple H putting over Batista in a Hell in a Cell match. At the time, Triple H was undefeated inside the cell, and Batista had never been in one at all. Triple H could have continued his streak, but realised that cementing the animal as a top star was more important than stats. Number 4, versus Randy Orton, No Mercy 2007. Okay, so Triple H had already beaten Orton for the WWE title earlier that night, but hey, the guy's not greedy. When the two had a rematch to close the same show in a last man standing match, Triple H laid down for a 10 count. Sure, he had already wrestled twice that night, but in the actual match itself, there was no interference and no chicanery. At the end of the night, Randy Orton had earned his first WWE title victory, and Triple H had helped another Evolution member to the top. Just no one mentioned what happened between the two with the world title 3 years earlier. Number 3, versus Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania 30. This one had to be hard to swallow. It's no secret to fans in the know that Daniel Bryan was supposed to be nowhere near the title match at WrestleMania 30. It was supposed to be a one-on-one between Captain Board and the world's most popular man, but one Batista later, Bryan was hastily added to the picture. He could battle for the title, but only if he beat Triple H in the first match on the card. Say what you want about backstage politics holding Bryan back, Triple H realised that the only way WrestleMania 30 could end was with a chorus of yes chants, and did the job to the world's most adorable lumberjack. Number 2, versus Chris Benoit, HBK at WrestleMania 20. 10 WrestleManias before that, Triple H was battling HBK and no one else. Honest, no one else. There was no one else in the ring. Okay, fine. Triple H lost to Chris Benoit. Despite the storyline being all Triple H and HBK up to that point, WWE decided to go with the Rabid Wolverine and Eddie Guerrero celebrating at the end of the night as dual champions. Triple H didn't just lose his title in the main event, but he straight up tapped out, marking the first time he would ever do that at the granddaddy of them all. The first, but not the last. Number 1, versus John Cena, WrestleMania 22. It's Triple H's 7th WrestleMania loss on this list, and for 3 years in a row, Triple H ate a loss in the main event at WrestleMania to help put over another talent. John Cena was enjoying his second title run and was the, quote, underdog going into this one-on-one match with Triple H. Of course, John Cena is an underdog in the same way that I'm an actual dog, and of course, he wins, forcing the game to submit for the second time in his WrestleMania career. So, as much as people want to accuse Trips of constant burial, he's not afraid to make new stars, especially on the grandest stage of them all. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Tell us about it in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and you can even follow me on Twitter here. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and I'll see you soon.